I put AI-generated code into production without even understanding which algorithm it used. And I think that was the correct engineering decision. Software engineers have been doing something very similar for decades. We use frameworks, libraries, databases, and operating systems without understanding every line of code inside them. We treat them as black boxes. We know what goes in, what comes out, and we trust them because they have clear contracts and because we can verify their behavior. So why should AI-generated code be fundamentally different? And yet, this is exactly where many software teams still struggle with AI. We haven't learned to treat AI-generated code as a black box. The black box is one of the fundamental ideas behind the modern software development. We constantly build software on top of things we don't fully understand internally. Frameworks, libraries, databases, operating systems, network protocols, cloud services, and even parts of our own code base written by teammates we trust. We don't need to understand every line inside them. We need to know what goes in, what comes out, and whether the component does what it promises. Without this principle, modern software development simply wouldn't be possible. Recently, I needed to solve a simple problem. I had a graph of connected nodes and needed to find the shortest path between any two of them. 10 years ago, I would have opened a book on graph theory, searched Stack Overflow for existing solutions, or found a library and studied its documentation. Today, I can simply describe the problem to AI and get a working solution in minutes, without studying the theory, choosing the algorithm, or even understanding its implementation. But that creates a more important question. How do I know I can trust the result? For me, it comes down to three things. Behavior. Does it produce the correct result? Performance. Is it fast enough for the real workload? Security. Can I safely integrate it into my application? If I can independently verify all three, I don't need to understand every line of the implementation. I can treat it as a black box. Once I decided to treat AI-generated code as a black box, an important question remained. What should I not outsource to AI? I decided where the component belongs in the architecture. I defined its boundaries and interfaces. I decided how the rest of the application should interact with it. And I decided how its behavior would be validated and tested. AI didn't make those decisions for me. It generated the implementation inside the boundaries I had defined. And that's an important distinction. Using AI doesn't remove engineering responsibility. It changes where that responsibility should be focused. I don't need to understand every line AI generates, but I do need to understand the system I'm building, define the contracts, and verify that the implementation satisfies them. AI generated the implementation. I remained responsible for engineering. Why your team is still too slow? Your developers may be using AI and still wasting the advantage you are paying for. AI can generate a working implementation in minutes. But many developers then spend hours reviewing it line by line, trying to understand how it works. They throw away much of the speed AI gave them. The question shouldn't be, do I understand every line of this code? Does it behave correctly? Is it fast enough? Is it secure? If you can verify those three things, understanding every implementation adds very little business value. Businesses don't pay engineers to understand every algorithm. They pay them to solve problems, manage risk, and ship reliable software. The teams that learn to verify AI-generated code instead of reverse engineering, it will move dramatically faster than the teams that don't.